All right, getting a six pack is basically a bare minimum. If you do not have one right now, you are missing out. If you want to have more confidence, basically just enjoy life, go on vacation, feeling like a beast, feeling proud of yourself, happy of your body, then you need to make the six pack happen. And I guarantee if you follow all the tips in this video, step by step, you implement it, you actually do the work, you will see the results. This is what my clients followed. They were able to get six packs easily as soon as they figured out the blueprint and they put in the work. So first up, how do you train the abs? So many people say training abs is a waste of time. I'm just gonna skip them. Yeah, it is not a waste of time. You train your biceps, why not train your abs? If you want to look like a fucking beast, make it happen. Train every muscle. You've seen the millions of videos out there. How to get a six pack in 5 minutes. You know, when we were 12 years old, we clicked on those videos. We did those six pack ab videos in our bedroom, thinking that we would actually get abs from that. But that is not how it works. That's basically just cardio. You're just doing a couple exercises, burning through it. You're not building the muscle. You're just burning calories. Now, if you want to train your abs properly, we do this by doing progressive overload. Just like with every other muscle, we build them with strength, we build them with reps, and when you strengthen your abs, that's when they grow. So my top two exercises are going to be the leg raises and crunches. Leg raises are really good for your lower abs. A lot of people have the top two, but if you want the bottom, you got to do some leg raises. Especially your upper abs, the crunches are going to target that. I like to do decline crunches. And with the abs, I like to do higher reps, 15, 20 reps. 3 sets, you don't really need more than 3 sets. 2 to 3 sets is really all you're gonna need. And that's the thing, when you train your abs like this, you're gonna get a pump in your abs. You're not just gonna feel like a little sore, a little burn. No, you're gonna properly get them pumped. Another popular question I get is, how often should you train abs? Twice a week. Just like with every muscle, we've seen that if you train a muscle twice a week, that is the most optimal way to get growth. It's more optimal than training a muscle once a week, twice a week. If you want to go crazy, you can do 3 times a week. I don't think that's overtraining at all, but you don't necessarily have to train your abs every single day if you don't want to. Twice a week is plenty. Of course, you can train your abs for hours and put in the work, but if you're not at a low body fat percentage, you're not going to see it. So what do? We do cardio. And why do we do cardio? We do cardio to burn the belly fat. We do cardio to actually lose weight. This burns calories. This allows us to eat more. And this just makes dieting way easier because we've seen, typically athletic people can keep the weight off easier than a sedentary person because they're more active. They're burning more calories than the sedentary person. So cardio is going to be necessary if you really want a six pack. You don't have to, but if you want to make your life easier, do cardio. And I'd say do it 2 to 5 times a week. Start with 15 minutes. As you lose more weight, you can do 30 minutes and even more, but 30 minutes is probably really all you need. Nutrition. So how do we figure out what we need to eat? First up, calorie calculator. I made videos on these. You've probably heard of it. These aren't the most accurate, but it gives you a good recommendation of what your maintenance calories are. You take your maintenance calories, subtract it by 300. Now you're in a deficit. Now you're burning fat. You're in a calorie deficit, but we don't want to lose muscle here. So we need to get some protein. And 0.75 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight is perfect. Now, really, the reason why I say 0.75 is because if you're extremely obese, say you're 250, you're 250 pounds, are you going to need 250 grams of protein? No. You can be on the lower end of the protein range. But typically, protein is going to be very important because it satiates you. It's going to help maintain your muscle. And you want to be on the higher end if you can, because especially when you're cutting, it's much easier to lose muscle. And if you're having high protein, it's going to be a safety net to make sure you're keeping more muscle. And at least 50 grams of fat. The reason why I say at least 50 grams of fat, you can starve yourself. You could cut out all fats. You could cut out all carbs. You could do keto. But the main thing with having at least 50 grams of fat, though, is your hormones, right? We don't want to be zombies here. We want to still be looking like a beast and feeling like a beast. And if you cut out all your fat, your hormones, your testosterone is going to drop, and you're going to be a fucking unpleasant person to be around if you're feeling like shit all the time. So 50 grams of fat necessary to make your mood, to make your hormones actually feel functional. Less processed foods, more whole foods. Now, of course, the food you eat isn't the most important thing. It's calories in, calories out. There's people that get shredded on McDonald's. There's people that get abs from eating McDonald's every day. But whole foods are better for multiple reasons, for your skin, for your overall health, for your mood. If you eat a big pile of pizza, are you gonna feel good after you eat an entire pizza? Probably not. Your brain probably isn't gonna be as sharp. You're not gonna be feeling like the beast you wanna be. So whole foods, when you eat whole foods, your testosterone is increased. You feel you can train like a machine. When you eat like freaking 4 eggs, 6 eggs a day, you're a whole different type of person, man. That's why you might have acne. That's why you might not be able to focus properly, because you're eating all these processed foods that they want you to eat. Once you fix your diet, another tip you can do, caffeine, right? Caffeine, why do you have caffeine? The reason why I have caffeine, to one, get more energy and just feel way better. I am able to push more weight. I'm able to last longer in the workout. And I'm able to just feel better overall in my workout when I have caffeine. But really, you don't necessarily need it. But the biggest thing as well is it suppresses your appetite. It keeps you full. So that's why caffeine is very good as well. If you feel hungry, if you feel like you want to eat another thing, if you take caffeine, if you drink something like coffee or pre-workout, you won't be as hungry for a little bit. So caffeine is a great tool to use. Now, you can go overboard with this. You can get an addiction to this. So don't go crazy. Take breaks here and there. Don't take it if you don't have to, and don't take it too late, because we don't want to mess up our sleep here. We want to actually sleep and recover. So don't take caffeine too late in the day. We don't have a title here, but the most mistakes people make are going to be starving themselves, going to be not taking progress pictures, all of this stuff. So what you want to do is you want to lose about 1 to 2 pounds a week. The reason why is because we don't want to lose muscle here. We're trying to maintain our size, maintain our six-pack that we built from training, and we want to reveal it. And if you lose too much weight too fast, your muscle is going to disappear like thin air. So 1 to 2 pounds is a sweet spot. Even 2 pounds, that's on the higher end. I would say 1 pound is probably going to be where you want to be, 1.5, something like that. Now, after 3 months, if you were dieting for a lot longer, I would recommend taking a diet break, reset your metabolism, allow yourself to take a break, and then hop back on, and you're going to be able to lose weight a lot easier after that diet break. You might temporarily gain weight, but it's just temporary. After you go back on a deficit, you'll be good. And when we take this diet break, I would recommend going back to your maintenance calories. So don't go overboard. This isn't a time to just eat everything in sight. This is a time to just reset, allow a quick little break, and then hop back on the grind. So just go back to your maintenance calories when you're taking this diet break. Now, the reason why we take a progress pic, some people find it uncomfortable. They don't want to look themselves in the mirror of their shitty, fat, flabby body. But honestly, just face it. Take the pictures every month. Just do it. Trust me, your future self will thank you, because you're going to want to see the progress you've made once you actually make this transformation. Now, weigh yourself every morning. And a lot of people, they freak out when they see the number on the scale, but it's just a number. If you go up in weight one day, it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Obviously, if you're putting on weight nonstop and you're not looking right, that's why we take progress photos, so we can see if we're losing fat or building muscle. Use the scale as a tool, but don't freak out all the time when you see the number go up. As long as it's going down overall, you're on the right path. This is why we take the progress photos, so we can see if we're actually losing fat or building muscle. If you want to be even more accurate, you can measure your waist. That way you can see if your waist is getting slimmer, things like that, so we actually can see if we're losing love handles, which is what we want. So once you follow these tips, once you implement this, you're gonna see results. All you have to do now is just stay consistent, Don't give up. And the biggest problem people have is their mentality. Their mentality is all messed up. They think that if they fuck up, if they ruin one day, they cheat on their diet, they're ruined and they have to start over and they give up. But the real thing is, one day, it's just a minor setback. Get back on plan. Don't make excuses and stay consistent. The real question is, though, what are you going to do in those times when somebody is giving you the opportunity to cheat on your diet? What are you going to do when there's a big birthday cake in front of you? Are you going to fold? Are you going to eat the entire cake? Are you going to have a little bit of a slice? What are you going to do? And this is a good mindset strategy that you can do right now, is to imagine yourself in that position where it's very easy to cheat on your diet, and run it through your head. What are you going to do in that situation? You can either take a small slice of the cake or just not eat it at all. But what you don't want to do is completely go overboard and cheat. But even if you do that, don't freak out. Just get back on plan. So many people just completely forget this and they just give up. But do not give up. Stay locked in on the original goal that you have, which is probably losing about 10 to 20 pounds, somewhere around there. If you're skinny fat, if you're obese, it's going to be a bit more than 10 to 20 pounds. And you want to be under 15% body fat. That's when the abs are revealed. That's when you build the Greek god physique. So if you need extra help with this, fill out the application in my bio. I offer online coaching, and I will walk you through this process step by step until the results are there. I appreciate you guys sticking till the end of this video. I'll be making more. Like and subscribe, you already know. Peace, boys.